Hey everyone, we're getting a lot of people asking us about what it's like to build a home here in Palm Coast, Florida. Well, I've got 5 things that I came up with that I think you ought to think about before moving here to the Palm Coast area. I built a house here about 3 years ago. Some of the things I ran into, some of the things I did that I'm going to share with you, and some of the things I shouldn't have done that I'm also going to share with you. And we're going to do that all right up next, so stay tuned. Hey everyone, I'm Bill Bishop. I'm a realtor here in Palm Coast, Florida, and this channel is all about what it's like to live, work, play, and retire here in Palm Coast. Now today what we're going to talk about is some of the things related to building a home here. And if this is the first time to this channel, hit the subscribe button, hit that little notifications bell. You get notified every time we come up with a new video. Also, all of our contact information is in the little description box below. Also, we're getting reach outs, we're getting calls from people that are asking about what it's like to live, work, and play here in Palm Coast, and we absolutely love it. So hit us up with a phone call or shoot us a text, and we absolutely love hearing from you guys that are interested in this area. So what we're going to do today is we're going to get into the 5 things that I think you need to think about prior to coming to Palm Coast and building a home. The first thing I really want to stress is you're going to have to be patient. And if you've ever built a home before, there are a number of ways you can go about it, even here, in Palm Coast. But all right, so what I mean by being patient, I mean what I'm telling clients right now is it's going to take about 18 months to build a home. And I was talking to someone the other day where they are building a home in the planned developments. So there are a few of the master plan developments going on here in Palm Coast, and they were telling their clients 7 months ago or 8 months ago that they were able to get their homes built in 7 months. Of course, all the shortages and things kicked in, and it's turning out to be about 11 months right now. I'm basically saying, leave yourself about 18 months for this whole process of building a new home in Palm Coast. And I'm going to talk about a number of those reasons, but basically, the number one reason, or the number one thing you really need to think about is just about being patient. For example, I have a lot that is just kitty corner for me right now. They've cleared the lot probably about probably a month and a half ago, maybe. They put the stakes down. As a matter of fact, I'm going to actually show you. So I'm going to pull up my camera here real quick. I'm going to walk out in my backyard and show you exactly what I'm talking about. So let's go back here. And so back here is the lot that I was talking about, and it is right over here. It is just being staked now. You can kind of see the stakes down there, and but this has been sitting here like this for about for about a month and a half now, and I can tell you why. And and I'll do that when I sit down here. Alright, so now I'm back. So I just wanted to show you that lot out in the back side of my house here. This was a lot that either someone owned or they had recently purchased, and they're having a local builder build their home for them. Now, like I said, this is kind of continuance of my first point, which basically is you got to be patient. The second thing that you need to be concerned about, or need to think about anyway, when coming down here is how you're going to go about building your home if you decide to go that route. That's the route I decided to go. And there's a couple of different ways you can do it. You can go out to one of these master plan developments. You can go out and it's kind of a turnkey type of project. You know, they have your lot, they have your home, they have your financing, all one-stop shopping, and there you go. And that's really great for a lot of people. A lot of my clients actually prefer that. They don't want to have all the hassles of sitting around and having the builder tell them, okay, you know, this, that, and the other thing. They really don't want to have even the number of selections, I guess, that you would have, you know, and if you had a totally custom thing. You know, when you go into a lot of these production homes, you're going to have a set palette, I guess, of paints and countertops, things like that, that you can shoot from some of the amenities in the house. A lot of these homes are just being released, so you don't get really any input in what goes into the home. They're being released for sale, and the home is on the lot. It's ready to be bought, and that's kind of the way things are going nowadays with a lot of these production homes. Now, staying on, you know, finding a builder. We have, you know, we have a ton of builders here in Palm Coast. I'm actually going to run a list here of them, and you know, all of them are different. All of them have a little bit different way of working. Some of them have preferred lenders. Some of them have different types of loans that they will accept. Some of them have, some of them are pretty lax in the way how much involvement they want to have from the client. And some of them basically want you kind of out, you know, once you make your selections, they kind of want you out of the process, and then they'll take care of building the home. So building, one of the things that, you know, we talk about with a lot of our clients is that, you know, we're here on the ground. So the one thing that clients, especially clients that are people that are building here, some of them are absentee builders. So a lot of times they like to have somebody here able to take some pictures, send those back. We also like to have maybe even an independent inspection done. A lot of our clients we recommend, especially for bigger builds and more complex types of construction, that we put in place a 3 or 4 point inspection, you know, at the slab and at the framing and so on and so forth. But those are the types of things that we try to stay involved during the whole process. So you know, once we introduce you to the builder, we try to keep in touch with you and figure out, you know, are things going well, and if there's any way that we as your representative can help move things along, or if there were some discrepancies possibly in some of the things you chose or something like that, we can help to work out some of those issues, because you're going to have problems during a build. You're going to be pissed off at your builder. You're going to be asking, why aren't these things moving? Why is the job site so damn dirty? Or why is this not happening fast enough? Or I got the wrong thing, or you ordered the wrong thing. Those are all things you're probably going to run into, because building a house, and believe me from firsthand, it's not easy. And you know, the type of builder you select is really important, because it's going to determine whether this process goes really quick, really smoothly, and you have a level of serenity through the whole thing, or if it's going to be sheer turmoil and the communication breaks down, things like that. Anyway, those are the things you need to think about when choosing a builder. So let's get on to my third point, which is finding a lot. All right, so there are tons of really cool neighborhoods here in Palm Coast. You know, we have our sections, you know, F section, R section, B section, so on and so forth. Those are kind of our neighborhoods around Palm Coast. And then we have these little pockets and areas that, like I found when I first came here, I found a little area that was set away from, you know, other, it was kind of unique. And so I thought, well, I'd like to buy a lot there. So that's what I did. And, you know, depending on what you want, if you want to be near the water, how close you want to be towards the beach, if you possibly want to be on the intercoastal waterway, you want to be on the canals, You know, there's if you want to be in a gated community where you have association dues, but you have a lot of amenities. I mean, these are all things that we try to work through during this whole building process, and it starts with just sitting down and trying to sit down and figure out, you know, where and what method you want to use when building your home, because you know, you can be as involved in it as you want, or you can be kind of detached and basically kind of buy a more of a production home. So that's kind of turnkey versus doing totally custom. Those are the types of things you need to think about, you know, prior to moving down here and building, because you know, it is a little bit of a slow process. You know, the city's backed up. The subcontractors, for example, there's probably a few reasons why the foundation hasn't been poured for this home right behind me, and that is that either they're in line for the subcontractors to come in and do the work because they're so backed up. Where the general contractor could call these subs up, you know, a year and a half, 2 years ago, and say, you know, they would say, but we could be there in 3 weeks. Now they're saying 6 or 8 weeks before they can actually come and do, say, the foundation or the electrical work or the framing or whatever. So those things are happening, as well as the city has been, with the amount of construction here, their inspectors and people that have to get out and inspect all of the stages of development are also being backed up. So, you know, those things you all need to think about, and that gets back to my original point, which is that you got to really be patient when you're building a house. I think anywhere, you know, I've built a couple in my lifetime, but you know, this one was, you know, the city people were pretty good. You know, my builder moved things along pretty quickly. But you know, it's going to be a tumultuous process. It's going to be frustrating, and sometimes you're going to wonder, why the hell did I even do it? Something that I didn't really think about that I think you should think about is your transitional housing. So what are you going to do? Are you going to sell your house where you're at now? You know, and then, you know, a lot of people have lived in their homes. Here's the typical scenario. You've got a couple, kids are gone, they've got a house somewhere, let's just say Michigan, and they decide to move down to Palm Coast. Well, do you sell your house in Michigan, and then you know, then you have the equity, you don't have to get any interim loans, things like that. Those are the things I had to deal with. And everybody's financial situation is different, so this is going to totally be upon you. But these are the things I think you need to think about is, you know, do you keep your home, get financing, build your home here, and then sell your home? Now, you know, you're taking, you know, everybody says about market risk and things like that. I think everything basically evens out in the long run, whether you keep your home, live in it for the 18 months, or possibly if it's a real complex build project, you might be in there 24 months. But then after you're done, sell your home that you're in then, and then move down to your home in Palm Coast. Those are some of the things that you need to think about, and that's just one scenario. So let's get to point number 5, and that is kind of the lifestyle of building. You know, I shouldn't say the lifestyle of building, really is basically when you're thinking about where to build, you know, just like where to build an existing home, I think you need to think about, you know, what kind of community are you getting into? Here in Palm Coast, there's several different lifestyles that you can that you're exposed to here. One is that, you know, we have tons of water homes. So we've got canal living, we've got a living on the intercoastal. We still have lots available on all these types of communities. The gated communities like Plantation Bay and Halifax Plantation, two beautiful developments that are building homes in that $300,000 and $400,000 range. So then you've got the hammock and the island life, so to speak. Once you get over the intercoastal waterway, you come in and there's the hammock, and then you have all the homes that are out on the island, so to speak. But so those are the things that you need to take your time with, figure out kind of where you want to live, because I look at it like this, it's not kind of like living and moving to the villages. And when you move to the villages, and if you're not familiar with villages, the village is a huge retirement community in the middle of Florida. It's just north of Orlando, and it has 150,000 retirees there. And you know, you kind of have two choices of where you want to live. Either you're going to live in a neighborhood somewhere, or you're going to live on a golf course. There's kind of those two options. With here, you have canals, you have the intercoastal waterway, you have beaches that you can live in or near or abouts. That's kind of what I did. I lived near the beach because I wanted to be near the beach. But you know, so those are all things. Lifestyle, that's my 5th point. That's all I wanted to talk about today. But I wanted to talk about building here in Palm Coast. It's still really popular to come here and do it, and that's all I have for today. And if you are interested in any more of our videos, subscribe and hit that notifications bell. Also, hit us up with a text or a call if you're interested in checking out this area. We'd love to hear from you. And hit that little subscribe notifications. Did I say that? And our information is also in the description box below. And until next time, bye-bye. Oh, and by the way, you know, we have a couple more videos if you want to check those out. We're starting, you know, we've got these coming out virtually weekly. Try to get you all up and informed about Palm Coast. So take care.